Hi friends, welcome to Yoga with Maria. I'm Maria and I'm here to guide you through a low back, hamstring, and hip opening flow today. This is great to start stretching out your hamstrings and your hips. It also helps the low back to feel really good. There's a few things at the end there that I'll include, and I'll walk you through a little bit of that throughout this flow. But if you're like most of us, and if you're like me, then you have tight hamstrings or tight hips, or you had them at some point. And if that's you right now, just remember to be gentle with yourself. Don't push it too much and just go until the point where you can feel a stretch. I'll walk you through that a little bit more in the actual flow, but just wanted to give you that little reminder in the beginning of class just so it stays with you through the entire class. If you enjoyed this video, come back and give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel to be notified of all of my new videos. I come out with new videos every Sunday. And leave me a comment, let me know what you think. I'd love to see what you guys want to see more of, so let me know in the comments what you want my upcoming videos to include, and I'd love to incorporate that into it. For this flow, we're not going to need too many props. A lot of the variations that I'm going to offer are going to be prop free, but if you do have blocks and you want to use them, then go ahead and grab them. Something else that we might need today is a strap, and I have one right there, and either a rolled up blanket or a pillow, a couch pillow, a cushion, just anything that gives you a little bit of support there. But yeah, let's get started. So meet me on your mat. We're going to start standing today. So feet hip width apart. And we're going to start into Tadasana, mountain pose. Ground down through all four corners of your feet. Spread the toes wide. And close the eyes here. Focus on your breath. Pull up through the arches of your feet here. And firm your inner thighs inward. So rotate your inner thighs as if you were holding a block in between them. Pull your navel up and back. Imagine a string attached to your navel, and you're pulling on that string to pull it closer to your spine. Lift the chest, draw the shoulder blades back. Tuck your chin and push your chin back into an imaginary wall. Lift up through the crown of your head. And start to make the inhales and exhales of equal length here. So inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lengthen through the sides of your waist. And exhale, relax the shoulders down. Relax the jaw, release any tension. Bring your arms up in front of you, and we're going to cross them so the left arm comes under the right arm, and your fingertips are going to crawl to your back, to the center of your back. Inhale, lift the elbows, and exhale, inch a little closer. Inhale, lift your heart space, and exhale, release. Shake it out. We're going to inhale, lift the arms again, and cross them with the right arm coming under your left arm. Inhale, lift the elbows, and exhale, relax. Shake it out. Inhale, circle the arms out, around, and up, like you're holding a big beach ball overhead, keeping that awareness throughout your body. Remember to firm your abs, pull your navel back into your spine, and exhale, bring the palms together and bend over your hips and folding over your legs, coming into half or forward fold, sorry. And I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see. Bend the knees deeply here and keep your back straight. So bend the knees as much as you need to. Feet hip width apart. Reach your belly towards your thighs. Inhale, send that breath wide into the low back. Exhale, let go of everything, let gravity take over. Grab opposite elbows with your hands. And start to just rock a little bit side to side here, keeping that movement small. But just find whatever feels good here. And remember to bend the knees deeply. as much as you need to. We can work towards getting the knees straight, but for now, knees bent is our goal because we're trying to find that length in the back. Inhale, slide your hands up to the tops of your thighs, flat back, torso is parallel to the floor. Relax the shoulders down. Pull your navel up and in, and you can start to straighten the legs here, but keep a micro bend in the legs. Create space between the ears and the shoulders. Inhale. Send the crown of the head, reach the crown of the head forward toward the front wall, and exhale, relax the shoulders down. Inhale, breathe into all four corners of your torso, and exhale, bend over your hips again, coming into forward fold. Let go of the arms. And just find what feels good here. Stay here for as long as you want. When you're ready, plant the palms down and send the left toes or the left foot back. You're going to lower the left knee and untuck the toes, coming into low lunge. Make sure that the knee is directly over the ankle. We don't want that knee coming ahead of the ankle. So if that's where you are, then move your foot forward a little bit. You should feel a nice stretch or you might feel a nice stretch in your left psoas and through your right hip crease. Inhale, send that breath into your right hip crease. Exhale, lengthen the tailbone down towards your toes. Press down through the left tops of the feet, so down through your left foot to find that stability. And exhale, relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, lift your heart, and exhale, send your hips back and start to straighten the front leg, the right leg, start to straighten it. You're going to flex your right toes back. Make sure that your hips are in line, and you should have close to a 90-degree angle with your back leg. Flex the toes back, push the heels forward, and breathe into your hamstrings here. Exhale to roll it forward, so coming back onto to that low crescent lunge. Uncurl the toes, lift the left knee, plant the palms, and step your right foot back, coming into plank pose. Wrists directly under your shoulders, and your heels are directly over the balls of your feet. You can begin to pedal it out here if that feels good, once you've found your center. Make sure your hips are level with your shoulders, so lift your belly, your navel up into your spine to help with that lift. Make sure you're not dropping here. Option to come onto your knees. Push away from your mat. And if you're here, on your next exhale, step your left foot forward into a low lunge. Lower the right knee and untuck the right foot. Press into that top of your foot there in the back. And make sure that your ankle's in line with your knee. You want a straight line of energy through that back leg. Inhale, breathe into that left hip crease. Exhale, relax the shoulders down. You can bring blocks here if you can't reach the floor, and if that helps you keep your length in your spine to lift your heart. If not, you can stay and you can be on your fingertips here. Inhale, lift your heart, and exhale, start to straighten that left knee and lift the toes and flex the left toes back. Stretching through your left hamstring here. Inhale, breathe into that left hamstring, send that breath, that energy there. And exhale to relax your upper body a little bit. Slight bend in the knee here. And exhale, roll it through to low lunge again. Inhale, untuck the toe, lift the right knee. Exhale, step the left foot back, coming into plank pose again. Pressing down through all 10 knuckles. Lift your navel up into your spine as you firm your abs up and in. Heels stacked over the balls of your feet. Inhale, breathe into your torso, and exhale, lift the hips and start to bend your knees, coming into downward facing dog. You keep your ears in line with your upper arms. Heels are energetically drawing toward the mat, but they're lifted for now. Start to pedal the feet, bend your left knee and straighten through the right, and switch, straighten through the left knee as you bend the right, and continue to do that. Continue to pedal your feet out here in downward dog. Inhale, send that breath wide into the low back. Exhale, melt your heart toward your thighs. Continue to breathe here. Inhale, breathe into all four corners of your torso, and exhale, drop the knees. Coming into tabletop position, your knees are hip width apart, hands are shoulder width apart, knees directly under your hips, and your wrists are directly under your shoulders. Inhale, lift the chin, start to drop the belly and lift the tailbone, send the chest forward. Exhale, tuck your chin into your chest, create space in that belly, pull your navel into your spine, and round your back like a Halloween cat. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the tailbone, and exhale, tuck the chin, round the back, pull the navel up. Inhale, lift the chin, send the heart forward and up. Exhale, round the back, firm your abs. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone up, and exhale, push away from your mat, energetically round your back. Inhale, come back to neutral position. From tabletop, you're going to spin the inner elbows forward again. You're going to tuck the toes under, lift the hips, coming into downward facing dog. Bend the knees here. Ears are in line with your upper arms. Lower belly reaches toward the tops of your thighs. Inhale, find length in the spine. And exhale, slowly start to walk your feet up to meet your hands, but feel that stretching through the back hamstrings with every step. Inhale, bring your hands up to the tops of your thighs, lift your torso, draw your shoulders back. Exhale, fold over your legs again, forward fold, and release your arms, let gravity take over. Take a few breaths here. And when you're ready, slowly start to roll up, leaving your chin tucked and first rolling up through your legs, your knees, hips, low back, upper back, and lastly the chin. Returning to Tadasana, remember our connection here. Root down with your feet, pull up through the arches of the feet. Spin your inner thighs inward. Lengthen your tailbone down. Imagine that string pulling your belly button into your spine. Lift your heart and relax the shoulders down and back. Cross your right foot over your left. Inhale, bring your arms up around and over your head, holding a big beach ball over your head again. Your left hand holds onto your right wrists, and we're gonna send those arms over to the left wall, finding an opening and a nice stretch in the right side of the body. Plug your right shoulder back. Sometimes it tends to go forward a little bit, and just keep that stretch in the right side body. Inhale, breathe into your side torso. Imagine it expanding like an accordion. And exhale, come back up to center. You're going to uncross your feet, and you're going to cross them the other direction. So left foot crosses over right foot. Right hand holds onto left wrist, And you're going to bend into the right wall. Plug that left shoulder back and stretch through that right side. You're going to inhale here, imagine it expanding like an accordion. And exhale back to center. Uncross your legs and bring your arms down by your sides. Turn to the side of your mat and meet me here. And bring your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. So almost the length of one of your legs. And angle your toes 45 degrees out. So if you're standing on the side of your mat and you're standing in the middle, angle them toward the upper corners of your mat here. And when you're ready, you're going to start to bend your knee. We're coming into goddess pose. And lower your thighs. Go as low as you can here. Your thighs do not have to be parallel. Remember that flexibility is not a requirement of yoga. It is a result of it. So wherever you are today, that is good. Just move the feet around however you need to get into this pose. Your knees track directly over your ankles. Avoid your knees tracking too much in or out. So make sure you can still see your big toe and your second toe from where you are. And wherever you are today, inhale, reach the crown of the head high to the sky. And exhale, relax the shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, you can do it. Breathe into your thighs. Breathe into your hamstrings and your glutes. And exhale, straighten the leg. Woo. Okay, heel toe, your feet back in, or just step in. Back to center. Turn to face the short side of your mat again. Feet hip width apart. Inhale, sweep your arms out, around, and up, above, overhead. Exhale, bring your palms together as you slowly fold at your hips and bend over your knees and your legs. Here, coming back into forward fold. Exhale, release any new tension you've built up. Feel how different your body feels from the beginning of class or even from several minutes ago before we did that goddess pose. Inhale, send that breath deep into all four corners of your torso. Exhale, plant the palms and step your left foot back, and then your right foot coming into plank pose again. Keep your neck long. Find space, create space between your ears and your shoulders. Stack the heels directly over the balls of your feet. Inhale, lift the hips up, coming into downward facing dog. Exhale, melt the heart down. Few deep breaths here. Feel that low back widening with every inhale, and exhale, melt your heart towards your thighs a little more. Inhale, low back. And exhale, bend the knees and drop the knees gently to the floor. You can untuck the toes here, and we're going to take a child's pose. So you can bring your knees as wide as the mat, and bring your toes to touch. Option to use a block here in between your feet, but if you don't have one, that's okay. I prefer it without a block. Send your hips back towards your heels, and send your arms straight out in front of you. Gently rest your head on the ground, and find time to release here. Connect with your breath again. Inhale and exhale. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Come back up to tabletop position. Tuck the toes under. Lift the hips, coming into downward dog for one last time. And exhale, start to walk the feet up to the backs of your hands. This time, walk the feet out a little bit more than hip width apart, but not as wide as we did for goddess pose. So fingertips are touching the ground and your feet are still angled at that 45-degree angle. Slowly bend your knees and lower your sits bones to the ground. And I'm going to turn just so you can see me. But you might be here. And so we're going to start to just move and rock back and forth, coming into Malasana, garland pose. If you're here, that's okay. And this is where you might use a rolled up blanket or a pillow to put under your heels if your heels are lifted, just to help with that a little bit. Just to have some support on those heels there so they're not just in the air. And you can roll up that mat or that blanket. I'm using a pillow and it all works just the same. And eventually we're going to work toward getting our heels down. Wherever you are today, you can keep your fingertips on the ground, or you can bring them palms to touch and bring your hands up to meet your heart space. We're going to stay here for a few breaths to reap the benefits of this hip opener. Lift the heart and relax the shoulders down. So we're going to keep those motions and that awareness through the body while we're here. Inhale, lift the heart and keep that back straight. Exhale, relax the jaw, relax the shoulders down and back. Bring your knees to the outsides of your elbows to hug your upper arms. And you're going to push your elbows into your knees and at the same time push your knees into your elbows to find that energetic line of energy here. You can stay here as long as you want. If you need a break, you can come onto your toes. When you're ready, walk your hands out in front of you and plant your hands, and then just gently let your knees drop to the mat. And then just move your knees back into tabletop position, knees hip width apart. And from here, from tabletop, you're going to cross your ankles and push away from the floor, rolling over your ankles, coming into seated. You're going to uncross your legs and bring the soles of the feet to touch, coming into Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. And you can start with your feet out in front of you, and your knees don't have to come down. So here, start to walk your feet in as close to your pelvis as you can. Leave a little space that you might not get there today, and start to massage the feet in whatever way feels good here. Give yourself a little love today. Inhale, get tall, reach the crown of the head to the sky, and exhale, relax the shoulders down. Lift your chest, keeping this energetic line of energy through your back and up through the crown of your head. Inhale, get tall. And exhale, release. Take your hands to the outsides of your knees and use that to help bring your knees back in. You're going to be here. Leave your feet planted on the ground. Your knees are going to stay bent, but slowly start to roll down onto your mat, onto lying one vertebra at a time. Ground down through your right heel, and you can move it a little closer to your sits bones. Tuck your shoulder blades under your heart space. Ground down through your right heel. Bring your left knee into your chest, and then start to straighten that left leg. Interlace your fingers and they can come to the back of your thighs or the back of your calves. You can also, if you have a strap on you, use a strap and loop it through the ball of the foot. pull down here, and one of the goals here that we're trying to stay aware of is keeping the shoulders down on the mat. So we don't want to be hunching or reaching. We want to have the upper body relaxed, and we want to be stretching through the lower body. So whatever you need that helps get you there, holding onto the back of the thigh or using a strap. Flex the toes back towards your face and lift through that left heel. If your body's shaking or trembling a little, then bend your knee a little more. Don't push it. Any kind of stretch here is helping those hamstrings, so don't go too far here. Inhale, breathe into that left hamstring, and exhale, bend your knee and bring your knee back into your chest. Bring your left foot on the ground next to your right foot. Inhale, bring your right knee into your chest. And exhale, start to straighten through that right leg. Your hands can come to the backs of your thighs or the backs of your calves, but remember to keep your shoulders down on the mat. Again, whatever you did on the left side, make sure you're doing with the right side. So if you used a strap, try to use a strap here, but each side is going to be a little different. So you might feel that your one side is a little more flexible than the other. But remember that each side is a little different, so you might have a little bit more flexibility in one leg than in the other, and that is normal. Inhale, breathe into that right hamstring. Feel that stretch. And exhale, bend the knee, returning your knee to your chest, and plant your right foot on the ground. Bring your feet hip width apart and plant your feet into the ground. On your next exhale, drop your left knee to the left side of your mat or the ground, finding this windshield wiper motion. So we're going to inhale, lift the knees up, and exhale, drop them to the left side, coming onto the sides of your feet. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, knees to the left side. Your right knee is coming close to where your left foot is. Inhale, knees up. And exhale, drop your knees to the right. I'm going to do this a couple more times. So inhale, lift the knees. Exhale, drop them to the left. Inhale, lift the knees. Exhale, drop them to the left. Inhale, lift the knees. And exhale, you can stay here, or option to relax the feet down flat on the mat. Feet flop to either side. Coming into our final resting pose of the day. Resist the urge to just run off and stay for this Savasana. It's so important, and it helps solidify the entire practice. So tuck your shoulder blades under. Tuck your chin and lengthen through the back of your neck. Relax your body. Start to let go of any conscious breath. Melt the bones of your body into the floor, into the mat. Relax your forehead. Relax that space between your eyebrows. Soften through the jaw and the mouth. Part your lips. Any thoughts that arise, imagine them as clouds just passing by. slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. When you're ready, bring one knee into your chest and then the other. Roll over to one side. And push yourself up to seated. Thank you so much for joining me on your mat today. I hope that this practice helped loosen up a little bit of the issues you were having in your low back. Come back to this practice often to stretch the hamstrings and the hips. A lot of these poses are good to do repeatedly or as often as you'd like in order to gain that progress that you're looking for if you are looking for a little bit more of that flexibility. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe to my channel. I hope you're feeling refreshed, sending positive light to all beings everywhere. Namaste.